There's always room for more death and dismemberment. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Mortal Kombat guest characters. For this list, we're looking at some of our favorite guest characters to appear throughout the Mortal Kombat franchise. Number 10, the Xenomorphs, Mortal Kombat X. Aliens? In a Mortal Kombat game? That's certainly a weird choice for a guest character, but we have seen weirder in previous games. Remember Meat and Mocap? Luckily, the Xenomorphs are vicious enough to fit right into the Mortal Kombat roster. It can use its tail to trip up foes, slice up opponents with its arm blades, or spit out a puddle of acid to inflict lingering damage. You can even summon an egg and spawn a facehugger. As for fatalities, its deadly hybrid isn't anything spectacular, but the Killer Queen? Best way to kill off your victim. Number 9, Shang Tsung, Mortal Kombat 11.
His greatest legacy was failure.
Okay, we know we're kind of cheating on this, but Shang Tsung barely meets our criteria. For starters, the guy has been dead since the 2011 reboot. He isn't involved in the story anymore. Second, the Mortal Kombat 2 Shang Tsung is a different kind. Here, he's played by Cary-Hiroyuki Tagawa, the same actor who played him in the Mortal Kombat movies in the 90s.
Your soul is mine.
And even goes as far as to make direct references to that iteration. So that's enough for us to put him on this list. This version of the devious sorcerer wields a different moveset where he can utilize moves from Ermac, Reptile, and Rain while still cheesing opponents with flaming skulls. Besides, he's a ton of fun to play as.
Brutality. Your soul is mine.
Number 8, Leatherface, Mortal Kombat X. Leatherface was certainly a questionable addition to the MKX roster. Come on, this is a guy who howls and flails a chainsaw around. We'll give the Cannibalistic Butcher a little more credit though, some of his combos are pretty sick. When utilizing special moves, stuns, and meter burns, Leatherface can rack up a hefty amount of damage and can cover the screen in a massive shade of red. Seriously, you'll barely be able to see the background with the amount of blood he can spill. He may not have been a guest fighter we were waiting for, but Leatherface proved to be more than just some random horror character shoehorned in for laughs. Number 7, Freddy Krueger, Mortal Kombat 2011. When Freddy was revealed to be the final DLC fighter for Mortal Kombat's 2011 reboot, many of us had a giant question mark above our heads. A horror movie character in a fighting game? How is that going to work? The result was a ranged character that was tricky to play as and troublesome to fight against. Freddy was able to incorporate teleportation and his crazy gloves to pull off some insane combos. But what about his fatalities? Well, any Nightmare on Elm Street fan would get excited seeing classic kills like the Bloody Geyser and Furnace. Looks like the Springwood slasher was able to make himself right at home in the world of Mortal Kombat. Number 6, the Predator, Mortal Kombat X. You really didn't expect they'd include the Xenomorphs without the Predator, did you? That would have been a hell of a missed opportunity. The Predator has an interesting set of variants that can focus on laying traps and healing, rushing down opponents with quick attacks, or annoying them and juggling them with projectiles. While his fatalities aren't the greatest, he compensates with awesome brutalities that call back to many of his slayings from the movies. Yes, you can be a jerk and self-destruct, or you can forego the brutality/fatality to watch their spine get torn out. Number 5, Spawn, Mortal Kombat 11.
We can purge the 10 hells.
Only if you follow my lead.
All due respect, that's not in the cards.
We've been waiting a long time for Spawn to join Mortal Kombat, and we couldn't be more excited to see this big guy in action. Spawn lived the life of an assassin before he was killed in action. Now a Hellspawn, he struck a deal with one of the Lords of Hell, Malebolgia, to lead Hell's army if he can see his wife again. This wouldn't be the first game he's guest appeared in though. Remember, he was in the Xbox version of Soul Calibur 2.
You
When time and again, get out of my way.
So he's got the chops and the chains, axe, cape, and hellfire to take on Scorpion. Plus, with Mortal Kombat's brutal M-rated nature, developer NetherRealm Studios has enough breathing room to make some wicked fatalities. Number 4. Jason Voorhees, Mortal Kombat X. Hey, if you were gonna put Freddy in the game, it was only a matter of time before our boy from Crystal Lake made it in too. Jason was a unique grappler that featured a few gimmicks to throw players off. One variant lets him teleport, while another focuses on using his machete. His best variant, however, has to be Unstoppable, which allows him to be resurrected with a little bit of health. His fatalities even bring some of that cheesy 80s slasher style. Number 3. Joker, Mortal Kombat 11.
I'll never forgive you, Joker.
Which of my crimes has your panties twisted?
NetherRealm could have easily botched the Joker and just recycled his moveset from the Injustice games. They actually went above and beyond and turned the Joker into a completely different fighter. The Clown Prince of Crime is all about trickery, keeping opponents guessing as to how long he may delay a move or if he'll cancel the move to transition into more deadly combos. From his goofy fatalities and brutalities to his hilarious intros and outros, the Joker ended up being a fantastic addition to Mortal Kombat 11. Plus, he's got a Batman puppet named Batsy Poo.
Or maybe we'll just break your TV right now!
Number 2. Kratos, Mortal Kombat 2011.
You will not see the end of this day!
Considering the amount of corpses he's racked up over the years, it seemed fitting for Kratos to make an appearance in Mortal Kombat, albeit he was exclusive to the game's PS3 and PS Vita versions. The Ghost of Sparta proved he was out for blood, landing vicious blows with weapons like Nemean Cestus, Bow of Apollo, and even the Head of Helios. Kratos can also deal extra damage if he successfully executes a QuickTime event that appears after some of his combos. All in all, Kratos was an awesome character, and the references packed into moves and fatalities would appease any God of War fan. Want more video game content? Check out our gaming channel Mojo Plays and discover games and ideas you never knew existed. With more lists, breakdowns, and our latest series, Arcade Roulette.
Justin and John are in!
Oh.
Hey, is that Porky Pig? There's a lot of things being ripped off in this game.
Number 1. The Terminator, Mortal Kombat 11.
What? No roses?
Just guns.
In a world filled with deadly assassins, lethal ninjas, and death occurring at every corner, why not add a killer robot to the mix? NetherRealm must have had a lot of fun designing the Terminator, as the character holds a ton of references and Easter eggs.
My hellfire will incinerate your flesh.
I will not cease functioning.
Not only are you playing as Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he comes with a sawed-off shotgun, a motorcycle with Johnny Cage's name emblazoned on it, and even a special move that grants him super armor and reveals his endoskeleton. Overall, the Terminator was an incredible addition to the roster, even if the impersonation was less than impressive.
If you could ask him about it, he'd tell you he made the only logical choice. But in my book, that machine's a hero.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.